Special thanks to Patreon supporter PhasFPS for making this tutorial possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, ZPro here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the RG-31 Nyala. The RG-31 Nyala is a 4x4 multi-purpose mine-resistant ambush-protected infantry mobility vehicle manufactured in South Africa by Land Systems OMC and in Turkey by the FNSS Defense Systems. It is based on the Mamba APC of the TFM Industries. The RG-31 has become the multi-purpose vehicle of choice of the UN and other peacekeeping and security forces. It is finding favor with non-governmental organizations requiring a vehicle with a non-aggressive appearance to protect their personnel against landmines. So the RG-31 Nyala here, basically the predecessor, I would say, to the RG-33. This vehicle here used by the United States and really just used by the UN, so this vehicle here can be pretty much applied to a lot of countries and done up in the UN camo scheme, or color scheme I should say, which is basically just all white and everything like that. So you do have a lot of playability with this one vehicle in particular, and can be used by a lot of different nations to basically be a main kind of MRAP type vehicle in the field. Anyways, before we go and take a look at this vehicle, I want to go and give special thanks to Patreon supporter PhasFPS for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel where you guys already do, feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is down in the video description, where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month. And in doing so, enter a vehicle request you're choosing. Really helps support the work I do on my channel. It's obviously greatly appreciated. So again, feel free to check it out if you are interested. Links always in the video description. With that though, let's go ahead and move into taking a look at this vehicle. So to get started with here, we obviously have the front of the vehicle here. Nothing too fancy here, just the radio antennas, some different instruments and stuff like that on the front here. As we work way back, we have the cab of the vehicle here. So we got the front driver and passenger window there, some windows on the side here, and we also have the mounted machine gun up on top there as well. Spare tires on the side here. On the back here we have the door here for the crew, or the passengers I would say, to disembark. And all that, and the other side over here pretty much the same as the other side there. So yeah, pretty nice looking vehicle overall. I think gonna make an awesome addition to any of your Modern Warfare conflicts, and especially the versatility you have with this vehicle. You can do a lot of things with it and have it basically in service with a lot of different nations. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our first layer here, we go ahead and start with layer 1. For layer 1 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down 2 polished black stone stairs like this, back to back to each other like so. After that, we want to go ahead and then take our an iron trap doors. We're going to place down an iron trap door coming off the second stair here. Stone brick top slab, iron trap door, and there are 2 polished black stone upside down stairs back to back like so. After that, we're going to go ahead and skip a space, and we're going to go ahead and go back, place down a birchwood fence gate on both sides. We're going to go ahead and then open the fence gate toward the outside, like so, and then come off the side of the fence gate, we're going to place down a birchwood sign, just like this, to both sides. After that, we want to go ahead and then skip a space to 3, so 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go ahead and then place down another wheel here, so 2 polished black stone upside down stairs back to back. And then we're going to go ahead and place down our iron trapdoor, stone brick top slab, iron trapdoor, and the polished black stone upside down stair, and a second stair directly behind it, like that. So you have something that looks like this here for the wheelbase so far for the vehicle. At this point here, going to the rear, we're going to go ahead and then place down a fence gate this spot here and right here, and we're going to then open the fence gates here toward the rear, and we're going to place down birchwood signs on the sides of the fence gates like so. After that's all complete there, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer number 1, and here's a bit of an overview of what this will look like. And with that, we'll go and move into our next layer, layer number 2. Alright guys, go ahead and move on to our next layer. We have layer number 2. For layer 2 to begin with, we're going to go and go to each one of these polished black stone stairs that are upside down. We're going to place down 2 polished black stone stairs back to back, just like this for each one of our wheels, like so. After we have that all complete, we want to go and then place down a anvil on the stone brick top side here, and then a stone brick wall to both sides. Same thing on the back here as well, just like that. After we have that done, we want to go and then connect our stone brick walls together across the middle here, like so. And we want to go and then place down a stone brick wall in this location here, and this one right here for a little bit of the chassis there for the vehicle. At this point here, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves our smooth sandstone. We're going to place down a row of 1 and 2 smooth sandstone full blocks coming off the anvil there. And then to the sides here, we're going to place down 1 and 2 smooth sandstone upside down stairs, 1 and 2 upside down stairs like that going toward the front. and then a smooth sandstone top slab here to both sides in the corners like so. Now at this point here, we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves our item frames. We're going to place down an item frame here on these 2 sandstone top slabs, and in those item frames we're going to place down a snowball like so for the headlights. We then want to go next to them on these upside down stairs. We're going to place down a item frame, and we're going to then place down a black concrete block in the item frame like so, with a birchwood sign on the side of the stair like that. And again, that's a feature right there that you can only do on Bedrock. If you're on Java, you will not have access to this feature, and if you are on Java, just go ahead and place down the item frames with the black concrete. If you're on Java, you can go ahead and place down the item frames with the concrete and the sign over them like that. So kind of up to you on what version you do have. Anyways, after this, we're going to place down there a polished blackstone top slab coming off that sandstone block in the center, and then a skeleton skull coming off that top slab like so. After we have that done, go into the sides here. We're going to place down 2 smooth sandstone top slabs. Actually, we're going to place down 1 smooth sandstone top slab, followed by a sandstone upside down stair to both sides, and we want to go and then take our birchwood fence gates. We're going to place down a row of 2 of fence gates opened up toward the stone brick walls, and on the sides of those fence gates there, we're going to place down birchwood signs like so. Same thing over here, like that. After that, we're going to then place down a sandstone top slab to both ends like so. And then on the back here, we're just going to place down a row of 3 smooth sandstone blocks across this section here. We're going to follow this up by placing down a sandstone top slab here in the center, followed by a sandstone stair to both sides, and then come off that top slab in the center there, we're going to place down a birchwood fence gate opened up toward the slab. We then want to go and place down a birchwood sign on the fronts here of these birchwood stairs. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and place down a sandstone top slab coming off these 2 sandstone stairs to the sides there. We want to go and then grab ourselves an item frame. We're going to place down an item frame on the side of those top slabs. And in that item frame, we're going to place down a red bed, which we're going to rotate on its side like so. And again, if you are on Java, we can place birchwood signs over those top slabs like so. And once we have that done right there, that's going to basically do it for the main structure for the vehicle for this layer. We're going to go and now move into doing the banner wheels here, which I think are a good way to kind of make the wheels look a little bit more beefier than they are. Anyways, I'm going to grab the materials we need to make those banners, and I'll be back here shortly to show you guys how to make them. Alright guys, so to go ahead and make these banners, it's really straightforward to do. To begin with, we want to go ahead and place down our loom, and we're going to need 2 black banners, 2 yellow dye, and 4 black dye. We're going to place our black banners in the loom and our yellow dye. We're going to go and select the vertical line on the left side of yellow, and then the vertical line on the right side of yellow, so we get these 2 banners like so. We're going to put each one of these banners back into our loom and our black dye. We're going to do the horizontal line of black dye across the bottom, and the horizontal line across the top of black dye. We're going to go and do the same thing for the other banner. And we get 2 banners that look just like this. We're going to take these banners, place it on these 2 polished black stone stairs, and we want them at the yellow portion facing toward each other. And you create kind of a cool design here for the wheels, kind of gives you a little bit of a rim there for the wheel, and kind of makes it look a little bit more beefier. Anyways, that right there is going to do it for layer 2. Let's move on to layer number 3. Alright guys, go ahead and move into our next layer. We have layer number 3. For layer 3 to start off with, we're going to take our smooth sandstone, we're going to place down a row of 3 across the top here, and then to the sides we're going to place down an item frame with an orange concrete block in the item frame like so, and a birchwood sign on the side of the block as well, just like that to both sides. We then want to place down a row of 3 of smooth sandstone sandstone walls across, followed by yellow stained glass pane in both corners. We're going to go then place down a row of 3 of sandstone full blocks across here, sandstone block in the middle, and a stone brick wall to both sides. We're going to go then place down a birchwood upside down stair to both sides here, like so. After that, we want to go take our smooth sandstone. We're going to place down a row of 5 across, followed by a second row of 5 across as well, and then we're going to place down polished black stone buttons here on the sides. We're going to go then continue on by placing down a row of 3 of smooth sandstone, followed by a second row of 3. And we're going to then take our polished black stone stairs again and place down 2 polished black stone stairs back to back to each other in this space here. After that, we want to go then place down a row of 5 of smooth sandstone across, this time with a polished black stone button on both ends. We're going to go then do a stone brick wall on top of these 2 walls here, smooth sandstone block in the middle, and then an upside down polished black birchwood stair to both sides like so. We're going to go then do a row of 3 of smooth sandstone across the middle, and then a upside down birchwood stair to both sides like that to go and make our rear fenders. At this point here, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block there to both sides. We're going to then place down a birchwood upside down stair to both sides in the middle space there, and in that middle space we're going to place down a stripped birchwood block like so. After that, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves a birchwood trapdoor. We're going to place down a birchwood trapdoor coming off the side of this block like so. And if you do want to add the jerry cans for in the next layer, we're going to go ahead and place down a birchwood fence gate, opened up, or coming off these smooth sandstone blocks, opened up toward it, like so. And also in the corner space here, we're going to place down a polished black stone button on the sides of those smooth sandstone blocks. With that all complete though, that's going to wrap up layer number 3 here. This is what it looks like from up above. And with that, we'll go and move into our next layer here, layer number 4. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to get started with here, we're going to place down a sandstone wall on top of this block here, followed by a birchwood sign coming off the side of it. And we then want to go ahead and place down a smooth sandstone slab to both sides of that wall. We're going to go then also place down a daylight detector to both sides like so. And we then want to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of sandstone stairs across. So just like this, followed by a birchwood slab to the sides of that row of 3 there. We then want to go ahead and grab our birchwood stairs. We're going to place down a birchwood stair going back from the slabs to both sides, and then we're going to place down a row of 3 of smooth sandstone full blocks going across that space like that. After this point here, we're going to go ahead and then place down 1 and 2 strip birchwood blocks back. In the center space in there, we could go ahead and take black concrete and just place down 2 black concrete blocks just to kind of close that space off like so. And actually this first space here, we're actually going to make smooth sandstone. So we're going to place down black concrete here. We have our smooth sandstone block right there. Then to the sides here, we want to go ahead and place down a lever, like so, and then a tripwire hook going back, lever, tripwire hook on both sides there. And also over here to the right side, and the right side only, we're going to place down a skeleton skull come off this birchwood stair here. And also on the left side only, we're going to replace this daylight detector here with a sandstone wall. So we do have a few differences there on the side, so just make sure that each side is done appropriately. Continuing on, we're going to go ahead and then place down a set of 2 rows of 3 of smooth sandstone blocks going across, followed by a polished black stone stair to both sides, basically 2 stairs back to back. And we want to go and grab our banners here again and do the same thing here that we did for the wheels on the ground by placing our 2 banners on the side there for that spare tire. At this point here, we're going to place down a row back from the stairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and over here 1, 2, 3, 4. We can go ahead and also choose to fill the inside in here with black concrete, just to close that space off for the interior. Then on the very back, we're just going to go ahead and take our strip birchwood, place down a row of 3 across, and we're going to go ahead and place down a tripwire hook here to the left side, like so. At this point here, if you do want to add the jerry cans on the back, we're going to place down a green shulker box on top of these fence gates. So just like that on both sides, and we want to go ahead and take our polished black stone buttons, and we're just going to wrap around the sides of the green shulker boxes like so. And then on top of them, just so we don't have to worry about them in the next layer, we're just going to go ahead and place down some green zombie heads on top of those green shulker boxes like that to go and complete those jerry cans. And with that all complete, the last thing for us to do here is to go and take some polished black stone buttons and just run along the side here of these 4 stone blocks. And with that all complete there, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer 4. Looking at it from above, this is what it should look like when this layer is complete. And with that, we'll go ahead and move into our next layer here, layer number 5. Alright guys, going ahead and move into our next layer, we have layer 5. For layer 5 to begin with, we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and going to this smooth sandstone block right here. And we're just going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron bars up like that from it. We then want to go to this sandstone block here. We're going to place down a wither skeleton skull on top of it. And then we're going to place down an end rod coming off the sides of the skeleton skull facing toward the front and back of the vehicle. After that, going to the skeleton skull to the left side here, we're going to place down a birchwood fence post on top of it, followed by 4 iron bars that go up like that for another radio antenna on the front here. After we get to this point, we're going to then take our polished blackstone buttons. We're going to place down a polished blackstone button on these 2 smooth sandstone blocks. And then behind those buttons, we're going to place down a black stained glass pane to both sides, and then a sandstone wall there in the center. Coming off those glass panes, we're going to place down an end rod to both sides. And we're going to go then place down a wither skeleton skull coming off that end rod. One thing I want to mention is if you have access to a debug stick, we can go ahead and also change the properties of these glass panes to extend to that end rod. By doing this, we're just going to go ahead and select the direction it faces. So for us, it's going to be west, and we're just going to extend the basically the glass pane in that direction. So this one here is going to be the opposite. So it's going to be east for us. Obviously, it's going to be different depending on the orientation of your vehicle. But yeah, you just want something that looks just like this. Pretty straightforward, and kind of fills in those windows and makes it look a lot nicer. We then want to go ahead and just very simply take our black stained glass pane, or full blocks, and we're just going to place down a row of black stained glass blocks behind that, and that right there will basically finish that off there. We're going to then place down a row of 3 of smooth sandstone blocks across, followed by a sandstone wall to both ends. And then going back from the sandstone walls, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 black stained glass panes. Same thing here, 1, 2, and 3. We then can go ahead and place down a sandstone wall, 2 both ends, and then we're going to then place down a sandstone stair to both sides like so. Middle space here, sandstone stair like that to both sides, and in the very middle here, another brick stair like that. Now the inside here, between the glass panes, we could just go and fill with rows of 3 of black concrete. And this row right here, we're just going to go and fill in with some smooth sandstone blocks like that to close that area off. Once we have that all complete, that's going to basically wrap it up for this layer, just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything, and everything does appear to be good to go. So with that, we're going to go and call this layer good to go. And from this point here, we're going to move into our final layers here, which are just going to consist of layers 5, 6, 7, and 8. So with that, let's go ahead and move into our last final layers. Alright guys, going ahead and move into our last final layers. To go ahead and get started with, we'll be going ahead and going to the top of the vehicle here. We're going to start off by going ahead and placing down a lantern on top of this smooth sandstone, or the sandstone wall here. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of 1 and 2 birchwood trapdoors, and then a daylight detector over here to the left side, and we're going to make sure that that trapdoor does stay closed. At this point here, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block in the center, a sandstone stair to both sides of that block, and then from this, we want to go ahead and then go to the sides here. We're going to place down 1 smooth sandstone block to both sides, and we want to go and then place down a row of 3 of smooth sandstone stairs across, like so. After that, we want to go and then take our birchwood trapdoors and place down a row of 3 across, followed by a second row of 3 after that. And then going ahead and working on our gun here, we're going to go ahead and take our sandstone walls and our stair. We're going to place down a stair here on top of the stair, and then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 walls, and then 1, 2, 3 walls like that on the side there. We're going to place down item frames on the sides of these walls, and we're going to go ahead and then place down black stained glass panes in the item frames like that. Once we have that all done, we want to go and then place down a anvil on the center block here, polished black stone upside down stair, and a dark oak wood fence gate coming off the anvil like this toward the back here. And we're going to have the fence gate opened up toward the anvil like so. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of 2 chains coming off the polished black stone stair. And then to the right side here, we're going to place down an item frame. And in that item frame, we're going to go ahead and placing down a black bed. So black bed in the item frame, rotate on side, and then a dark oak wood sign on the side here if you're on Java. Over to the opposite side, we're going to go ahead and place down a sandstone top slab and a powered rail on top of it like so, and we want to make sure that the powered rail is facing toward the polished black stone stair. On top of the polished black stone stair, we're going to go and very simply just place down a redstone repeater with the notches spread apart like so, and we then want to go ahead and grab our birchwood trapdoors, and we're going to place down a birchwood trapdoor coming off these top slab, or this top slab here, and then coming off this trapdoor, or this sign, or the item frame right here to the side. And then on top of those 2 trapdoors, we're going to place down 2 more, and we're going to open them up like that to create the panels there to protect the gunner. After that's done, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves an end rod, some diorite walls, and also some iron bars. In the left corner here, on top of this corner stair, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron bars up, and then over here on the right corner, we're going to place down an end rod, and then 1, 2, 3 diorite walls up from the end rod. And with that all complete there, that's going to basically wrap up what we have there for the RG-31 Nyala. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This would be anything from a side of the build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear on social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build, you're free to use it for a project you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. Big special thanks to Patreon supporter PhasFPS again for making this tutorial possible. As always, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions.